Why should you avoid playing the flute near the swamp? What is the appearance of a homme fatale in Ukrainian mythology? Does a Ukrainian mermaid possess a tail? What is the significance of the flickering lights in the swamps? And how many names does the unnameable character have? Hello, I am Nick Lysytsky. This is Encyclopedia of Ukrainian Mythology, a show about incredible characters and extraordinary phenomena. And the heroes of today's episode are Очеретинник, Перелесник, Rusalki, Strachata, and that one. Очеретинник, or Bolotnik, is a mythical character who dwells in marshy areas, cunningly attempting to entice travelers who happen to be nearby into the swamp. He bears the appearance of an elderly man sporting bulging eyes, long frog-like arms, a body cloaked in gray fur, and a contorted tail. Reeds are towering grasses that flourish in Ukraine, adorning riverbanks, lake shores, humid meadows, and swamps. These reeds can reach heights of up to 9 meters, making it all too easy for wanderers to become disoriented within their dense thickets, ultimately falling prey to the clutches of Очеретинник. It's said that playing a flute near the swamp at night almost guarantees an encounter with this creature. Очеретинник often masquerades as a hospitable host, extending invitations to unsuspecting guests. He leads them to a splendid dwelling where melodious music fills the air, tempting them with an array of dishes, dancing, and even presenting gifts. However, when a person finally regains their senses, they realize they've been sitting in the swamp the entire time, and all those seemingly valuable gifts turn out to be nothing more than worthless trinkets. In the best case scenario, that is. In the worst, those whom Очеретинник lures into his realm are never seen again. Interestingly, the offspring of Очеретинниks are born in the same manner as human children. Therefore, when it comes to childbirth, Очеретинниks seek the assistance of midwives and are known to generously reward them for their services. Perelesnik, also known as the fiery serpent, is the embodiment of an homme fatale in Ukrainian mythology. This character assumes the form of a departed relative or a loved one who is greatly missed. Perelesnik can fly, and when soaring through the sky resembles a fiery serpent or a blazing star, a meteor. But as soon as Perelesnik lands on the ground, it immediately sheds its wings and transforms into a man or woman. Perelesnik is considered an evil demon. It's believed that the spirit of a departed individual who is excessively visited at the cemetery can eventually become one. According to another version of the tale, children of malevolent spirits raised in human households, known as adminki, can transform into Perelesniks. When Perelesnik visits someone who is grieving for a beloved, they engage in amorous conversations, kisses, and attempts to soothe passions. Incredibly, their visits only exacerbate the situation, typically resulting in the person withering away, fading quickly, and ultimately dying. However, Perelesnik's attention can also be drawn to young unmarried individuals. Upon touching the ground, Perelesnik metamorphizes into an exceptionally attractive young man or woman, tall with flowing blonde hair. After selecting a victim, they kindle love with them, and when the person succumbs to this affection, Perelesnik embraces them so tightly that they meet their demise. Furthermore, Perelesnik may leave a trinket on the road, and if a girl picks it up, it grants him the right to visit her at night. Banishing Perelesnik is an arduous task, bordering on the impossible. It can only be achieved by a sorcerer, skilled in specific incantations, and possessing a special potion. Although in the Carpathian Mountains, they believe that to rid oneself of Perelesnik, one must surprise them. For example, if a woman who is visited by Perelesnik has a son and a daughter, she should dress them up as if for a wedding. The Perelesnik will ask why this was done. She should say that they are getting married. When the demon asks, "Can it really happen that a brother and a sister get married?" the woman should respond, "Well, can it really happen that the dead walk among the living?" After this, the Perelesnik will vanish. Rusalka is a well-known character in Ukraine, one that people are familiar with from childhood. This is partly because in the Ukrainian language, the word Rusalka refers to mermaids, which are popular worldwide. Nevertheless, the Ukrainian Rusalka differs significantly from her foreign counterpart as she lacks both a fish's tail and scales. Typically appearing as a young girl, clad in white attire with long, flowing hair. Rusalkas are perhaps some of the most extensively researched mythical figures, especially within the realm of Slavic folklore. There are at least 4 comprehensive scholarly works dedicated to them. However, scholars have yet to reach a consensus on the true nature of Rusalkas. Some consider them to be spirits of fertility, which were associated with demons with the advent of Christianity. Others see in Rusalkas the souls of the deceased girls who drowned or died unmarried. There are also those who suggest that Rusalkas represent the finest young women offered as sacrifices to the gods, ensuring prosperity for their people. Folklore also maintains that children who died without baptism become Rusalkas after 7 years following their death. By the way, these children are known as Strachata in Ukrainian mythology, and I'll delve into them further in the next episode of our encyclopedia, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested in learning more. During the winter, rusalkas sleep, awakening on Trinity Sunday, 7 weeks after Easter. That is when they emerge from the water and engage in playful activities among the willow branches, oaks, and birches, creating swings, jumping, and clapping their hands. Rusalkas can be encountered not only near bodies of water, but also in the forest and even at cemeteries. They were particularly welcomed guests in rye fields when the grain was in peril, as they were believed to bring the necessary moisture for the grains to ripen. Rusalkas typically dress in white or bridal attire adorned with wreaths of cornflowers and ribbons, although occasionally they may be seen in black attire. Rusalkas love to laugh. With their melodious and seductive laughter, they entice young men, and by tickling, make them laugh to death. According to some accounts, rusalkas tickle not only with their fingers, but also with their bare breasts. Rusalkas can lure unsuspecting lads not only with laughter, but also with their enchanting singing. Also, while sitting on a tree, a rusalka might recite men's names to guess the name of the boy she fancies. If the boy responds, he immediately becomes her victim. Furthermore, rusalkas enjoy posing cryptic riddles to test young girls. One such riddle, well known in Ukraine, involves the question, sagebrush or parsley? The correct answer is sagebrush. If you respond with parsley, the rusalka exclaims, "You're my darling," and proceeds to tickle you to death, laughing uproariously. To protect oneself from rusalkas, herbs like sagebrush and aconite, as well as garlic, are believed to be effective deterrents due to their strong odors. Strajchata, also known as poterchata, are melancholic and poignant figures in Ukrainian mythology. These spirits are associated with children who were born lifeless or who passed away without being baptized. In the form of eerie apparitions, they wander the world or fly above the earth, yearning for a baptism. In a well-known legend recounted by Olesia Ukrainka in the Forest Song, it's said that poterchata reside in swamps, wandering through the darkness, clutching small lanterns that flicker intermittently, enticing unsuspecting people into their snare. However, encounters with poterchata can also occur in forests, crossroads, near rivers, and even in proximity to human settlements. Nevertheless, seeing poterchata is rare. Typically, they are heard. Above all, their fervent desire is to receive baptism, and they beseech everyone they encounter for this benevolent act. For 7 years, the souls of poterchata soar through the skies, crying out, "Baptize!" It's believed that anyone who hears the call of poterchata should take pity on the unfortunate soul. Cast a piece of fabric or cloth into the air, recite a prayer, and give a name to the departed child. That way, it's believed he will transform into an angel. If poterchata remain unbaptized during those 7 years, they metamorphose into rusalkas, or water nymphs. These 7-year-old rusalkas are said to possess a unique wisdom that allows them to solve and pose riddles. The One. Anyone who has read or watched Harry Potter is familiar with the tale of the boy who lived, which features a character whose name is feared to be spoken, he who must not be named. But did you know that a similar character exists in Ukrainian mythology? To avoid uttering his true name, he is usually simply referred to as the One. Can you guess who this is? If you can, please refrain from writing it in the comments. Instead, let's explore the various names ingenious Ukrainians have devised for this enigmatic figure. The point at hand is that according to folk beliefs, this malevolent character should not be named directly, especially in the evening or when there is a young child present in the house. It is also ill-advised to mention him in pastures or forests. However, life often presents situations where curses and references to evil spirits are simply unavoidable. For such occasions, a rather extensive list of alternative names has been created to refer to this well-known character. Here are just a few of them. The one you wish would disappear. The one you wish would vanish. The one in the rocks. The one dwelling in the burrow. The one in the crevices. The one you wish would never come in dreams. The one you wish would have no strength. The unmentionable one. The one not spoken of near the house. The one you wish would go where people do not tread. The horned one. The one with a tail. By the way, in Olesia Ukrainka's play The Forest Song, as well as in the new animated film Mavka inspired by the play, there exists a mysterious character known as the One in the Rock. Now you know who truly lurks behind this name. Be sure to enable notifications to stay updated with our latest content, and help us by sharing our project with your friends and acquaintances. Your support in promoting Ukrainian mythology worldwide is greatly appreciated.